We are live, man.
Whoa.
Live from Goomy Studios.
That's right, baby.
Locker Room Talk Podcast. Matt Maran, Joe Gorman, and our guest, host and creator of the Cigarette Club, Lauren Leroux.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. This
What's
is so
up?
cool. I'm
Yeah.
meeting a very cool new boyfriend. I have a new boyfriend here.
That's right.
Yeah.
How are you going to ruin this one?
Probably cocaine again.
Again?
If I had to guess. Yeah, historically it's been a drug thing. But
How can cocaine ruin a relationship when cocaine makes everything so much more tolerable?
I guess because it makes me completely intolerable.
Really?
So, yeah. And also, I mean, it's, you know how when you like have smokers in a relationship, like, you know, people who smoke cigarettes, like if one person quits, it becomes like a thing because now the
Yeah.
other person smells like cigarettes and
Yeah.
like they're going out all the time and it just kind of becomes weird. Like I've been in relationships where like we're both doing blow and then
Fuck
like
yeah.
one isn't and one is and that's like a disaster, but really just kind of it hurts everything. So
Yeah.
but now I'll start again for you.
So the moral of the story is never stop doing cocaine.
Pretty much.
If
Yeah,
you
that
want
was
to be in a relationship and happy forever.
Yeah.
Matt, are you taking notes?
Well, I'm trying something like I'm not a coke guy, and I've never been
Yet.
in a relation.
Yeah,
I've been in a
yeah.
relationship with girls who would do coke here and there.
for sure.
But yeah, I feel like there's got to be some. You have to be relatively close in the amount that you do. You can't have someone who doesn't and someone who does.
I was doing it as soon as I woke up in the morning,
Fuck yeah.
and then like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and also for snacks.
The Wall Street cup of coffee.
Right.
Correct. And the Wall Street
The
everything.
she-wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, precisely.
Hell yeah.
It was a bad 18 months, I think, but I
And
was
you
doing
were in
it
a
way
relationship with
more.
someone who was doing it the same
Two
amount.
people who were, one was doing it pretty much I think the same,
Yeah.
and then the other
You
like,
want too much coke to know how much they were taking.
Well, I stopped in the like middle of that relationship because like my mom found out and it became a crazy thing, and then
You
she
still
like
listen to your parents?
absolutely. Oh my god, I'm so close with my parents. I have
Really?
their anniversary tattooed on my finger.
Oh, damn, really?
I'm really close with my parents, and they know everything. Like they know about the blow, and they know that I'm done. But they made me like get drug tested in order to like have a relationship with them. So like I really did have to stop, and like
That's wild.
I've been good, but then when I stopped, that person that I was in the relationship with kept going, and it was like a secret. So that was not cool, and then it like becomes a thing. But you would never lie to me about cocaine.
Hell yeah. Damn, Matt. That
Have
would
you
be like
ever-
a woman asking you to like stop working out all the
I
time.
can't. Yeah, we can't do that.
You would
It
sound
is
like-
exactly like that.
Yeah, we can never do that.
Yeah.
I would have to. I'd be saying yes, but then doing secret workouts
Yeah,
still.
exactly.
You're doing like fucking...
sneaking out in the middle of the night to hit the 24-hour Planet Fitness.
She's like,
Precisely.
Matt, you've been in the bathroom for a while. And you're like, don't come in, don't come in.
I'm
She
like,
opens the door. Yeah.
Texting the gym owner like, you think you can open up a little later?
don't look at me.
Yeah. You definitely have to have a certain level of equality with the things that you do all the time, I think. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you ever had a relationship with somebody where you were probably the drug guy? Where
I'm always the drug guy.
Were you with the
Matthew.
girl who was not a drug person at all?
I would
ever?
never be around that kind of fucking
Yeah.
vile temptress trying to fucking bring me into sobriety, right?
Yeah.
Right now, like my argument with Kelly is if I'm going to eat edibles, I can't have more than 300 milligrams in a
Right.
day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And already I'm at 200 right now.
Yeah. You
So I'm
switched
skirting,
over
I'm flying
fully.
I'm flying
You're
close
not,
to the sun.
You're not smoking anymore. You're
I'm
full
taking
edibles.
I am taking a break
Huh.
from smoking marijuana.
Right.
To recover my lung capacity because I heard a recording of me and I was like kind of like
No
like
way.
between sets I'm like, oh fuck, I
It was
better
that
like,
bad?
for me I smoke anywhere from like an eighth to a quarter of weed a day.
Yeah.
Sure.
So it's
Yeah.
like a lot, it's like kind of like a lot. And like they always say like weed is harmless, but like I'm sure like all that smoke isn't good for me.
Smoke in general can be tough. Like
Yeah.
weed itself is fine, but putting smoke in your lungs is never going to be
Right.
good.
So
Yeah.
I'm just taking I'm finding new and creative ways to get fucked up.
Yeah.
I'll probably start drinking again a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did this week. I had a night off, and I took edibles. I still have some for when I was in South Carolina.
That's
but-
old edibles, though.
I mean, no, it was like
When
a
were
few
you
weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
But because it's illegal in South Carolina, it was only Delta 8.
Fuck that.
Oh,
I
that
took
shit's
one.
weird.
Yeah, I took
That's
one.
weird.
I took one when I was on the beach in Myrtle Beach, 50 milligrams, and I felt kind of high, but not really. So then this week I took 2. So I took 100 milligrams of Delta 8 and then was drinking whisky. And that got me good. And that got me feeling good.
Could you travel through time faster?
No, not like that. I took the 2 edibles. I was drinking. I was like, I'm already taking edibles. So I just took like my cheapest bottle of whiskey.
Sure.
What I'll have like bottles at home that I think are really good whiskeys. And then there's the ones that I just saw for such a good deal that I had to get them.
Absolutely.
So I had like an $11 bottle of Philadelphia whiskey.
Whoa, Philadelphia whiskey.
Yeah, it's cheap, and you get your money's worth.
That feels rough to
But
hear.
yeah, so I had some of the whiskey, and I watched Gladiator, greatest movie of all time. And then once Gladiator was over, I was deciding on another movie to watch, and decided I couldn't think of one better than Gladiator, so I watched Gladiator again.
No.
Like
Literally.
a little kid.
I got high and drunk and watched Gladiator twice.
That's me with
back to
Legally
back.
Blonde. I can watch Legally Blonde over and over and over. And it's the perfect movie. It's got everything.
I posted I was watching Gladiator, and one of my old college buddies sent "Why Not Legally Blonde 2?" That's
Same
so
thing.
funny. That's the one you brought.
Was
Yeah.
Russell Crowe also in Legally Blonde too?
I don't think so.
I don't
Joaquin
think so either.
Phoenix.
Is he in Legally Blonde too?
No, but he's in Gladiator.
Gladiator.
I
Oh,
just
yeah.
thought the joke
just
was
trying
you're
to-
just a fan of the
Yes,
actors
right.
rather than the content.
Yeah,
are
Oliver
not-
Reed, the guy who plays the Proximo, like he dies he died during production of Gladiator.
That's fucking sick, dude.
yeah, and he like won like a Best Supporting Actor award.
Wow. Too
If
late.
you died during this podcast, I'd still release the podcast.
Yeah, you
it's
should.
what you would
as
have
you
wanted.
should.
And I'd be like, look at this fucking idiot. Doesn't even know how to podcast. Dies in the middle of it.
You don't even call for
Loser.
help. I'm
Yeah.
like out here passed out.
Yeah. This will be great content. What a good clip.
Finn always does parkour
Aw.
to get
Yes.
to Matt.
That was creative. That was a cool entry.
He knew that Matt is deathly allergic to bubs,
Yeah.
so he
Yeah.
jumped in the way.
Yes, thank you for saving me, Finn, again.
And now he's back to eating.
Yeah. I think he actually just wanted to eat, and on the way was like, I'll be nice to this guy on the way.
Yeah.
It was like he gave like the obligatory fist bump on the way to the thing he actually wanted to do.
It's funny because he started eating and then went to the bed to like do something and then came back and decided like, okay, I have more room again. I'm gonna go back.
Let's
for
be
the
real.
food.
He went to the bed to rape that pillow.
Really?
Yeah, he was dry.
yeah.
Oh my God, crazy. Me
He
too.
just gets excited.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
Wow.
he's chilling. Now he's hanging out. He got it all out of his system.
Yeah, cool animals, cool home.
Yeah.
You got quite the spot.
It's a nice little vibe.
It's
we've
a huge
curated
vibe.
here.
Yeah, you've curated a pretty dense vibe.
What about, are you an edibles person?
I like them. I've had a lot of them. Like one time Joey Diaz gave me a Death Star
Nice.
and I just ate it. And
Yeah.
like I'm not an edible I don't regularly take edibles, but I smoke every day. So I was like, this should be fine. And I didn't realize that it would make me, I think it gave me cancer. I think I have cancer
Yeah.
and then I'm dying.
You can never like gauge how effective edibles are because you don't know until like 2 hours after you take them.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm different now.
Yeah.
I'm permanently different.
Well, everyone has one of those like I got high with Joey Diaz and now nothing is ever the same.
Yeah, I think that's his mission.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
He's like the prophet of
Yeah,
that.
I took the first 50 milligram Delta 8 and then waited like an hour, a little over an hour, and was like, I had done it before and it didn't get me that high, so I'm like, I'll take a second one.
Sure.
And I was gradually like doing the whiskey shots.
Is there any merit to the like difference in smoke between cigarettes and weed, that like weed smoke is not as bad for you? Remember like hearing that growing
Yeah.
up, being like weed smoke is like, you know, natural and
Well-
tobacco's like rat poison and stuff.
it's that the tobacco that's in cigarettes isn't actually like pure tobacco.
Sure.
It's like paper that's soaked in tobacco products and other chemicals. So you get like that little nicotine buzz, but it's very minor compared to like pure tobacco.
Why am I turned on right now? Tell me what chemicals they are. in
Oh,
that.
all kinds
Yeah.
of fucking
Yeah.
ammonia's in
Listen to
it.
Joe Gorman tell you.
Tell me what chemicals I've smoked.
Well, this is the real ass Joe Gorman experience.
That is
Yeah,
true.
real
Yeah.
ass Joe Gorman experience.
You ever take ketamine instead of DMT? That's
Yeah.
what Joe asked.
No,
people.
I've done. Well, that's funny. But also to answer the question, actually, I've done DMT and I have not done ketamine. I feel left out of the ketamine wave. Like everyone's doing ketamine now, and I'm just like, I want to try it.
Ketamine's very cool.
What is it?
Yeah.
Do you smoke it?
No, you can snort it, dude.
Yeah.
It's like it comes in like a little
Yeah,
powder.
dude.
Okay.
No, it's awesome, man. It's
Yeah.
like It's like you get it's a disassociative, so you
Yeah.
get really fucked up and you feel like almost outside of your body.
I
in
hear
one of
that,
these.
and I'm like, I don't think I've ever really felt like that.
It's fucking awesome. There we go.
Yeah, you like
Yeah,
drugs
he wants you to
too?
do. He
You
wants
like-
you to do
Finnegan
ketamine.
wants some ketamine.
Yeah, he kind of
It-
looks like he's on ketamine. A little
I when I was like doing it in like 2019, like I was like doing it.
before
and then
it was cool.
It was like really cool because like my roommate knew a European she partied with, so she would always like get ketamine. She's like, I'm gonna call the guy. Do you want another gram? I'm like, I
Whoa.
want 2 grams.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I would just fucking snort. I would be at my job and I'd snort ketamine and I'd be like, whoa, and be like completely out of it. And then like they'd like tell me stuff on Slack and I'm like, I'm on it. And then like I would never do it, but they were like, great job.
I'm on it.
It was
I'm
fucking
on it.
awesome, dude.
Whoa.
And that's why I was like, this is getting out of control because it feels like a drug. Like there's stuff where it's like at this point, I've done weed so regularly, I don't
Yeah.
even look at it. It's like it's just a fucking thing.
Well,
I
like
do.
300
Yeah.
milligrams having to be the cutoff for you, that's already a lot.
Kelly just doesn't like that. It's like I'm just like so high. Like last
Oh,
night, I just
okay.
like go directly to bed at like
Yeah.
10 o'clock.
Well, I remember the edibles I gave you, the ones that fucked me up, that were 1,000 milligrams. I didn't realize
1,000?
I didn't realize were 1,000. I thought it was a pack of 10, so I thought each
Oh.
one was 100.
Oh.
And I took one, and it was 1,000.
Oh
it
my
fucked me up.
god,
Yeah.
1,000?
Yeah.
When does it? How long does it take for that to wear off?
I didn't
Days.
feel normal till like a week later.
Oh man.
I mean,
Sometimes,
it was
yeah.
the day.
Oh, man.
Well, because days after I was still feeling it a bit, and then after that I wasn't feeling high anymore, but it was still just like something happened to me.
Yeah.
I
You're
don't know.
different.
I'm like, am I ever gonna feel normal again? Like,
Dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's brutal. Drugs are brutal and
But
also
then
the best.
I gave
you
the
know.
rest
Yeah.
to Joe and Kelly, and you said you guys each took one.
Yeah,
and
we
it-
took them.
and it fucked them
Whoa.
up enough that I didn't feel as bad anymore.
Does she smoke a lot?
She doesn't smoke a whole lot. She'll
Okay.
smoke every
Yeah.
once in a while, but not nearly as much as I would. Where I was like, "Oh, we should get some weed," and she's like, "You should get some weed because you smoke weed."
Sure.
And I,
yeah.
I have like a hit or two every week.
Gotcha.
I'm like, all right,
yeah.
that's fair.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
To each their own.
vaping is like, I've heard people say like, oh, vaping's actually worse than smoking.
It depends. It depends
Like,
on the cartridge you get.
Yeah.
Because like there's some that just, also same as cigarettes, just have like a bunch of weird little chemicals in it. But
Yeah.
you can also get like pure THC vapes.
Yeah, because
and those
people
hit
have like,
really
Yeah.
hard.
I've been around people smoking through a vape, and they'll blow the smoke, and it'll hit me in the face, but I won't even it won't even register.
Well, yeah, it's vape, dude.
Yeah.
They got all the good shit. They
Like
absorb
people
all
have
the good shit.
apologized. They'll apologize to me like, "Oh, I blew that in your face." I'm like, "It didn't do anything."
Yeah,
like
it's
with
vapor.
smoking, it'll blow in my face, and I'll be like, "I'll catch a smoke whiff."
Yeah,
But,
that's like
yeah.
nasty. Yeah.
Oh, stop it!
Yeah.
Stop getting me
I'm
high
too
for free.
high. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
no,
gotta
I don't
sit
mind,
down.
I don't mind getting high. I just don't like smoke.
Why?
I don't know. I think my parents smoked cigarettes when I was a kid, and they had to quit when I was like
Damn.
12 because my mom's lungs were so messed up she couldn't breathe without a respirator.
Oh
Sick.
yeah,
They had
you
to like
mentioned
pull
that before.
black tar out of her lungs, and then ever since then my dad quit, and then I was around smoke, but then like ever since then, anytime I smell smoke, it's I don't know. I don't like it.
You got to switch over to weed. That's what they should
Yeah.
have done. If they were smoking weed from day one,
Yeah.
how cool would you and your brother have been?
My
if you
parents
were
were.
like-
My mom was like a 60s hippie.
Yeah.
And my dad has told me about how he did coke for like 2 weeks. And
Whoa!
Yeah.
Best 2
He
weeks
said
of
it
my
was-
life.
Yeah, it was like after the 2 weeks, it was starting. By the second week, he was having to do more, and he was liking it, and he's like, I gotta stop.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like that episode of The Simpsons where Flanders like, now Homer, I'm as lenient as the next parent. In fact, just the other day, I let Rod buy a piece of candy with a cartoon devil on it. It's like, all right, dude.
Dude, the funny thing about the coke around here is that like I was such a nerd, I tested it every single time. Like,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
I bought test strips because people
like
in,
fentanyl?
yeah,
Yeah,
fentanyl, but
them-
also everything else. Like it tested for a whole like panel of like 20 things. Like
It would also tell you the
laxatives.
ethnicity your Coke is. Like it's like 1/8 from India,
Yeah.
Yeah.
1/16 Chinese.
Right.
You know? It's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
and also 100% meth if you're
Yeah.
in New Jersey.
A
It was
23
and
literally
it's
always
it's
meth.
an ancestry.com for coke.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it would be like colors. It would turn a color, and you'd have to like compare it on a chart. And on the chart, I would be like, okay, like so it's not fentanyl. We love that. And then I'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, but it's all laxatives and meth. I guess what I'm really
That's
trying
not
to do
bad.
here is like be skinny and also awake for days. So
Yeah.
like same difference. I'm not mad. This
Yeah.
is all fine.
This has
I don't
Ozempic.
mind about that.
This Coke has
Yeah.
Ozempic in it.
Yeah. Oh my God. I wish.
I don't mind
I
the
would snort
laxative.
Ozempic.
Because like Coke would like clog you up.
Yeah.
So if anything, put a little laxative in there
Oh.
helps even it all out.
Coke is supposed to like be a mega because it's a stimulant. So you
Really?
Yeah. So you like it stimulates all the systems in your body. So
I've
you
never
wind
shit
up.
myself on Coke.
Yeah.
I've never.
I guess it's the drug I was meant to do.
I guess so.
Do you need to shit?
Huh? Do I like to shit?
Do you need to?
No. Like right now?
I
No.
mean, like in general, if you have issues, like I mean, usually like Coke would be a good.
We
a good
talked
thing
about
to do.
this with the little freak show Bobby, who would go to
Yes.
the bathroom like 3 times a day.
Yes. Oh yeah, he was like he would poop 3 times a day.
Is that like not normal?
I'm a
feel like
I'm a twice a day pooper.
I'm
Twice a
a once,
day?
maybe twice.
Okay, I'm like not a regular person. Like
What's your-
literally
You're
regular.
You're not like other girls.
I'm not like other.
I'm not
yeah.
like most girls. I poop once every 3 days.
I mean sometimes
girls don't-
and then
girls don't
sometimes
poop
it's
at
like
all, though.
7 times. Well, yeah, no, I've never been in a bathroom.
right. You don't have a butthole.
No, of course
Yeah.
not. It
You're
would
like
be
Kim Jong Il.
if you ever see me going into a bathroom, you know that I'm doing blow again,
Right.
basically.
There you go.
But no, yeah, it's either like once or 7 times or twice or not for 3 days.
7
It's
times
like,
a day. In a
yeah,
day?
absolutely. Like, but it depends on what's going on.
Maybe
I
if
guess.
I'm like sick and I have diarrhea 7 times a day.
But
Oh,
then
yeah.
it's like all like liquidy and
Exactly.
shit.
Yeah. You're
Is
just
that- is
not
that even-
getting it all out.
Is it even shit at that point?
Not really.
No.
It's a gift.
Yeah. It's a gift.
yeah, from God.
Yeah. Come on, Finn. Oh.
Wow, welcome to the drug podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
We talk about it all here.
Drug and shit.
Yeah, drug
That's
to shit. The drugs to shit pipeline.
Yeah.
Also, have you guys done DMT?
Yeah.
My eyelashes are sticking together.
Yeah.
You have?
I've done
No,
ev-
I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I've done everything except heroin, which I'm saving.
For when?
My wedding.
Your wedding day or night?
Wedding night.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Before or after consummating the marriage.
I think after I carry Kelly over the threshold,
Right.
I'll go and like just plunge that
Shoot up.
syringe
Yeah.
into my tear
Absolutely.
duct.
A lot
Yeah.
of people say like, "Oh, I want to do heroin when I'm 75
Mm.
so that I can die. Like it's okay if I die, but like don't you want to just like try it in like a safe place, like clean, monitored by somebody?"
There's like that guy, the Dr. Carl Hart, I think is his name.
Oh.
The guy who like does recreational heroin.
Yeah, and he's just
Sick.
like, "Guys, it's totally chill. Everyone
Yeah.
stop freaking out."
Come on, man, it's fucking chill. Now give me $1.
Yeah. I mean, is he still employed? I don't know
don't know.
anything
He
Wasn't
about
he like
that.
a Harvard professor or something like that?
I've just heard. I know like what you're talking about, but I
Yeah.
don't like know really about this guy.
He was that
but,
guy on Rogan, right?
Yeah, that's
Black
who the
guy.
Yeah,
huh?
that's the guy I'm
Hmm.
talking about. Yeah.
That rules.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah.
king.
Yeah.
A king
I'll
and
look
a
him up.
star.
But yeah, I'm like kind of a drug newbie. I mean, last few
Welcome.
years. Yeah, I did edibles a few years ago in Colorado. I was at a friend's wedding for the first time. But I didn't hang out with potheads in high school.
Yeah,
so I was
neither
around
did I, really.
I was around drinkers. And then when I was wrestling, I was getting drug tested.
Oh, true.
Even
So
though
true.
I knew guys doing shit. I think it was a PR thing.
Yeah.
They were just saying that they were drug testing people, but it was just I would get booked more and I would have a better reputation if I stayed clean, is what I was told. Having
Totally.
a rep of
Yeah.
being able to pass a drug test.
Yeah.
The guy would
would
come in
help
and
me.
say, like, I need you to pee into my mouth to see if you're on drugs.
They told they told me that because I wanted to take steroids to get bigger, and they were
For
like,
sure.
if you stay clean and just work out and diet and get big as you can naturally, that will be better for you than if you get even bigger with steroids. Just because not being able to pass a drug test and being a guy on steroids can also, at that point, you know, back in the day, no one gave a shit, but then people were starting to care as I
Sure.
was. Like in more recent times.
Do steroids really make your dick smaller?
I don't know. Matt, show her.
It can make your balls smaller.
Your balls.
Not your dick
Yikes.
at all, because it's the testosterone, which is stored in the testes.
Oh, so
Yeah.
your balls aren't working as hard to make your
Yeah.
own. I see.
Yeah, like
Wow.
my doctor prescribed me like a low dosage of steroids to shrink my balls.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's like, your
dude,
balls are too
balls
big,
too
dude.
big, man.
Yeah.
These balls are too big. You've been criticizing the Biden administration too openly. We
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
reduce the size of your testicles.
You're too online, man.
Yeah.
You gotta cut
I'm
this
too
shit out.
plugged in.
We
Yeah.
can either give you this testosterone, or you can start drinking Bud Light.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's fucking cool, man. What's up
Yeah.
with Dylan Mulvaney?
Is
Like,
he
she-
still doing?
she shows up.
Yeah.
She shows up, gets everyone fucking hard, and then fucking pieces out.
Yeah.
Like, get back here and finish the job, baby.
It's funny because she, like, I got into TikTok a long time ago, like for work specifically, and then once I left that job,
can we say where you were working? Or should we
Buzzfeed.
not?
Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck.
Ooh.
Buzzfeed.
I don't give a fuck. I hate those people.
Yeah.
Damn.
But they,
Give us the top 15 reasons you don't want to work at Buzzfeed anymore.
they are a dumpster fire of a company. They took 6 weeks to pay me for the first time. They're just really, they're mean people. It's like if like all the popular kids you've ever met in your life were at like the same job.
Ugh.
And you're just like always like, oh, people don't like me here. And like one time I got a press pass to go to a Trump rally.
Sick.
Like I like requested one.
Sounds like Buzzfeed was an awesome job.
No, they pretty much let me go because of that. Like they blamed it on COVID.
Oh,
because,
that's why you like got
Yeah.
let go from Buzzfeed.
Yeah,
Because you asked to go to a Trump rally.
Well, because I got the press credentials and they were like, now they think we're gonna be there, and I'm like, well, I was like planning on filming stuff and like seeing if anything interesting happened, you know, because like literally I was trying to figure out TikTok for them as a company. It was before people gave a shit about TikTok.
Before they realized it was a Chinese kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was telling them, I was like, did you read this agreement? Like they have everything. They have like my nudes at this point. Like this is fucked up. And they were like, we don't care, just fucking make videos like a silly little retard. And I was like, okay, fine. But I mean, regardless, I was at BuzzFeed, did TikTok. Once I like left BuzzFeed, even during quarantine and stuff, like I was not on TikTok and I hated it. It was just like awful to me. And then like I would say a year ago, I re-downloaded it, and then the first thing I saw, or the first person I saw, not to call Dylan Mulvaney a thing, that's so fucked. But like,
the first thing I saw was this monster on my TikTok.
Well, I was like, oh, this person is really positive, and at the time I didn't know that she was trans. I thought that she was like,
Just a really
gay
ugly
or
woman.
Well, but this is actually my point, because you were like, oh, she shows up, gets everybody hard, and I was like, she just got the facial feminization surgery, which is like where you make your cheekbones higher and you just like girlify yourself. You like get filler in a bunch of places to
start going shopping.
Yeah, exactly.
You get the
You take
face
half
that
of
God
your-
was supposed to give you if they weren't a fucking idiot.
Right. They take half your brain out
Right.
and they bind your feet. Like
Yeah, they make you a worse driver.
exactly.
All the stuff.
Yeah. You guys get the picture. Have you been feminized? Or but yeah, so she was like just really positive. So I followed her, not knowing like what it was going to become. And at that time, everyone knows that she does like the day whatever of being a woman. So it was like day like 20 of being a woman by the time I found her.
My first pumpkin spice latte.
I mean, well, that's what pissed me off. Like, because I was totally on board with her at first, but then I was like, oh, she's literally equating being a woman with like wearing dresses and like being super, super girly. And I'm like, that's like, would you not be a girl if you didn't do those things? And I'm like, whatever, you do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck.
I guess, yeah, if you like, there probably are like people, biological males who transition to being a woman and then they just want to be a tomboy.
No, but that barely happens. I think
Yeah.
that's like the main thing, is that a lot of people,
They really want to lean into whatever the thing is.
yeah, and of course, like you just want to feel comfortable being like who you feel like you are inside, but like it does kind of seem like the trend is that you become, or like you fully externally transition to womanhood, and then you're like, oh, it's like only dresses and heels and makeup like from now on, and it's like
Fashion should be more of a spectrum before gender, if anything.
totally. I mean,
And it's weird because like it's still like we kind of scrutinize like men wearing dresses, and it's like, what the hell? But if they were like, I'm a woman, they're like, oh, fucking cool.
yeah,
But there's like a thing. It's
Brave,
like,
so
I wouldn't
brave.
wear a fucking dress.
I think Harry Styles is brave.
Harry
really?
Styles.
I feel like he's
wore the
actually a
dress on
fucking
the
dick.
cover.
I feel like he's actually a fucking dick.
Yeah.
He spit on Chris Pine, dude.
Yo,
he spat on Chris
that shit
Pine.
was so weird.
Wait,
Have
what
you
happened?
seen that?
Yeah.
I'll try to pull it up. It's
Harry
worth
Styles
it.
is the one who like was like Vanity Fair. Wore the
Yes,
dress on the
and,
cover,
yeah.
and
right?
during Don't Worry, Darling, during like a press conference or something, he spat on Chris Pine.
What? Why? What did
Because
Chris,
like there was like just
what did
weird
Chris
shit.
Pine do
I
to
think it
deserve it?
was-
I'm Team Harry Styles. What did Chris Pine do to deserve it?
You shouldn't be Team Harry
Chris
Styles
Pine is
because he was
fucking
dating
weird.
fucking what's her face.
Olivia.
Swift.
No.
Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Wilde,
Wilde.
Jason Sudeikis' ex-wife,
Yeah.
who's keeping the kids from Jason Sudeikis.
Ooh.
That's why
was-
she got served while she was doing a press conference for Don't Worry, Darling. she was served divorce papers
Yeah.
because she wouldn't meet with Jason Sudeikis at court
Right.
to work out like an agreement for their kids.
Yeah.
And like all this kind of crazy stuff, which is why like Florence Poe or whatever.
Pew.
Nice
nips on that broad.
Yeah, she wasn't going to any of like the premieres or anything when that happens. Like it was all kinds of crazy stuff. And then people were saying, well, if Olivia Wilde was a man, she wouldn't be scrutinized as a director so much. But then Harry Styles spat on Chris Pine. That changed.
How does Chris Pine come into this?
So
Chris Pine was in the movie Don't Worry, Darling.
He was just in the movie.
He was just chilling.
Why did he get spit on?
So okay,
because he's the unassuming Chris.
I have the video.
Yes.
Okay.
Throw that up on. We'll put a clip on that.
For sure. So they're at like a premiere. It might have been Cannes or something, which is like the biggest film festival in the whole world and in history. And they like the camera was on them, and I think Harry knew that. So I thought that the way that I perceived it was like he came in and wanted to do something like crazy that like he knew Chris Pine couldn't react to as like a bit,
and
but
knew that like he thought he was doing it to be funny.
I think he was, because he's like smiling and Chris Pine is like, here, just watch it.
Okay.
Here,
we'll have it
For those viewers, don't worry. Joe Gorman's got your back. I'll post the video.
it's worth watching, and people were divided on this for quite some time. I think he was just doing a bit, and honestly, spitting is not a bit, but you tried. That's bold, at least. Have you ever spit on a person?
Yeah.
I have too.
Nice.
What was your context?
Is that
I spit in her mouth.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So it's totally consensual.
Oh, you spat on like a black person trying to use a water fountain.
That is, there's a spectrum here, and I lie definitely way on your side, but also it was unconsensual, the spitting that I did, but it was also in second grade.
Is Chris Pine the one sitting down?
Yes. Yeah.
And he sits next to him, and Harry Styles sits next to him, and
he spits, and then like he like adjusts his jacket.
He like bends down to sit and like spits on his lap. And then sits down. He's just like, I did that. Like you said, he like adjusts his jacket. Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird.
Isn't that weird? And it looks like, because Pine is like, what the fuck?
It's like, what are you doing? This is bizarre.
Oh, that was okay. Yeah, you got to look kind of closely to see that. When I think someone spits on someone, I think it's like
you think they hold their fucking arms down and have like a big piece of drool come out of their mouth?
That is hot. It would have been
like
a lot
mama
hotter.
Bird feeding her child. No, I mean like spit in his face so like people can see.
No.
That almost kind of seems like I'm doing this weird thing to fuck with you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Got in his head.
It doesn't seem like there was like actual beef there.
No. I don't know. I mean, it's funny because that's like the only thing people talked about after that movie came out. Like the movie
awful movie
sucked so bad.
Awful
and like
movie.
I heard about the spit and I was just like, oh, are they like doing this as a PR like stunt? And clearly it was, because the movie was bad.
Yeah.
Started strong, by the way. You saw it?
I saw it.
Don't worry.
Don't worry,
Darling.
darling. Yeah.
I think it's on Netflix or something.
Yeah.
HBO. Someone was.
So what did this have to? This didn't have anything to do with the Olivia Wilde thing. This was just.
It was just part of it, dude. Like, because she directed that.
There was all this drama with the Olivia Wilde, Jason Sudeikis, and everything, and then Olivia Wilde's boyfriend is like, I'm going to also do this thing.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's also an age gap thing. So she might have possibly been grooming him.
Yeah, she's a lot older
Grooming.
now.
Disgustingly old. She's my age.
Jesus.
And Harry Styles is Kelly's age.
Yeah.
It's vile.
Ridiculous.
It's all making sense
So
now.
what would you spit on someone in second grade?
Yeah,
Ooh,
and
kinky little weirdo.
it was. I think about it so often, and it's weird that we're talking about this because, like, I just explained this story to somebody, but I like softly bullied this kid, like this dude named
Softly.
like.
Did you have a crush on him?
No, it was just like
What do you mean softly bullied? That kind of sounds hot.
it was. It was the hottest
Gently
thing.
bullied him.
Oh, that's why I thought about it, because I was
tenderly bullied him.
jerking off to the idea of me bullying that second grader. No, but we were like sitting down in like an assembly, like a school assembly on the floor, and he sat next to me, and I spit in his ear, and I don't know. I do not know why.
Yeah.
Like, I have no fucking idea. And then the kid told his mom. The mom came to my house and like almost beat the fuck out of my mom. Rightfully so. I mean, my mom would have done the same thing. And then like I apologized to that kid, and now we're friends. Like, we're actually friends.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
He just messaged me on Facebook and sent me a video that we did together in high school, which was so like, it was a very stupid but very funny video.
Yeah.
And we're totally tight now. But I actually apologized to him years later too. I was like, I just want you to know, I remember that fucked up thing thing I did. I don't know why I did it,
Yeah.
but it was wild, and you didn't
Yeah.
deserve that. And like, I've never. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Why would I?
But
do
you never
that?
spit on anyone like in a fight, like mad at
No.
them. Yeah.
No,
I haven't ever.
no.
I don't get that move. I don't
It's
get the
gross.
spit-
It's a
I don't
power
get the
move.
spitting on someone in a fight because I've been in fights and
It's a
I
pussy
think-
move.
That's the thing. I'm like, if I'm in a fight, I'm gonna fight. I
Yeah,
think the
exactly.
spit is a move where you don't actually want to fight, but you want to seem like you were going to.
No, I think it's like I disrespect you, and also I want to give you HPV.
Yeah.
Not even just that, but it's like you're too pussy to get like close enough to put hands on
Yes,
someone.
exactly.
So you're spitting to like hurt. You're like that's your attack.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh, now you got
And
gross
then
shit
if
on you.
I
You know.
hit you, you get to say he hit me first.
Yeah.
That's what it
Huge
is.
pussy move. I'm a pussy. Yeah.
The closest I ever came was I was in a bar fight.
Yeah.
And like the guy was like trying to throw punches, so I dodged,
Yeah.
and then I like took a mouthful of Bacardi 151, and then took a
Oh.
cigarette lighter and blew it.
Yeah.
So
that
like there was a
rules.
flame. Yeah.
That's different, dude. You won. You're a bar
And
fight
I was
dragon.
like, check, please.
Yes.
It was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's actually the
Pretty
coolest thing
badass.
I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that in bed. That's a cool
I had a girl
bed
spit
move.
in my face in bed before.
Someone,
She was like, "Get off me, you rapist!"
Yeah.
yeah. It's spitting when you don't want it is the worst thing of all time.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, she was into rough sex and wanted me to slap her.
Yeah.
And I did at like maybe 10% strength, and then she said harder, and I went a little bit harder, and then she spit in my face and said harder.
and
yeah.
was it? Did
then
you?
he fucking just punched her. And
Yeah,
he
and
was
then
like,
I knocked
he was
her
like,
out.
"Uh-oh."
Yeah.
Was it low key hot or not really?
I mean, I get it didn't completely take me out of it, but it didn't make me think, "Oh, this is awesome."
For sure. It's so
I
not
hit her.
awesome.
I slapped her again at like maybe not even 50%. But it was just like she's like, my ear's ringing, and that was just kind of
What
the end
a
of the night.
cunt, dude. If you beg to be hit and then
Yeah.
you don't like it, you're on something. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's wild.
Well, I mean, I knew not to hit her like full strength.
No, of
But I've
course.
got
but it was
a hard
consensual. She was like,
Yes.
hit me harder, harder,
Yeah.
harder.
And,
then
I
she's like,
still did. I got a hard. I know I have a hard slap. I know from doing pro wrestling. When
Yeah.
you would hit guys. The slaps aren't really fake.
no, for
You
sure.
kind of just have to slap.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember somebody one time we called a spot before where I would slap him, or he called in the ring for me to slap him, and he wanted me to do it 100%, and I did. And afterwards, he was like, "We'll do that spot again because it like worked." But he's
Yeah.
like, "Don't hit me 100% again."
Yeah, sure. Wow, that's fucked.
Yeah.
But that also fun and also hot, but also like, fucking relax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some guy spit on me once and I was like, oh, dude,
Yeah.
like what? And like, he was just like,
What face? Spit in the face?
yeah.
Yeah, because that was the face too. The face is weird.
And I was
Spitting
like,
else, spit everywhere else, just not in my face.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need way more spit everywhere
Yes.
else. You're
Yeah.
wasting it on my face.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, I pulled up Dr. Carl Hart. He was a
The
he
heroin
worked at,
guy?
Yeah, he's the heroin guy. He was
Heroin
a
doctor?
professor of psychology at Columbia University.
Oh, that's here.
Yeah.
I forgot.
He was the first tenured African American professor of sciences at Columbia University. And then they got rid of him because of drugs.
Oh, they got rid of him?
I don't know if they got rid of
No,
him.
I think he died of a fentanyl overdose.
He's dead?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Whoa.
No, you're thinking of George Floyd.
That's the one who died of the fentanyl.
Oh, my God.
No, he's still alive, and
What's he doing now?
Heroin, probably.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
He's writing books about drug use for adults and stuff.
Whoa. I wonder if he does it for any health reasons, like whatsoever. Like people do ketamine therapy. I have 2 friends that are doing ketamine therapy right now, and they love it. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any benefit. If he's like, yeah, I had headaches forever, and now I do heroin, so they're better now.
I get these bad headaches, but when I do heroin, it goes away for a little bit
Yeah.
until the headaches come back and they claw at me, and I need to do heroin yet again.
Yeah.
Until the demons are silenced.
Yes.
That seems like medication to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or perhaps a cure for COVID. Maybe they're silencing him because he knows the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID's coming back. You
COVID,
ready?
Oh, I think
Wasn't
I
there
had
like another
it.
surge recently?
Yeah, right now everyone I know has been sick. I was in the hospital. They tested me. They said I didn't have it, but like I've never been more sick or like in pain in my life.
Damn.
So I feel
Really?
like yeah.
Did you have COVID before?
No, I've never tested positive.
This is you just had COVID recently.
I don't know. I
Oh.
tested negative, but I've never
didn't have
felt like
COVID
that
at
in
all?
my life. I've never tested positive.
You have COVID?
I've never
Yeah.
tested positive. I've never tested.
Oh, I've
There are
tested. I've tested a lot. I've tested a lot.
I tested one time because Kelly was like, "We need to get tested," and I was like, "God damn it! I don't
Yeah.
want to fucking do this." And then like I fucking came out negative.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
But it's
Yeah.
also like I don't give a shit. Even if I did, I go fucking super spread, and I don't give a fuck.
I never believed the validity of the test.
No, people just like to fucking police other people.
So weird.
And it's like, oh, wear a fucking mask. And everyone gets kind of caught
RFK
up.
2024.
God, I mean, first of all, absolutely, but and I mean that, like, but
no,
also
he's got to learn how to do some full push-ups first.
I
He looks jacked, but he's doing these like fucking weak ass
But
incline bench
Matt,
presses.
if he's jacked, that's all that it's working for him. Maybe you're doing it wrong by going all the way down and up, dude.
Nah.
You could be as shredded as a fucking 55-year-old man.
You want muscles for show or muscles for go? It's all
For
about
go.
go, baby.
for show, dude. We're in
No.
fucking
Right.
show
When
business.
you put it
We're
like
not
that.
in go business.
No,
I'm in go
always
business
go.
for sure. No,
Huh?
I think someone needs to come out with like a completely ubiquitous, like worldwide sweeping filter for his voice. Like
Yeah.
He sounds awful.
I can't listen to him. I'm
I
like
know.
I can only read transcripts of what he says. I can't. He was on Tim Dillon. I listened
that was
to
the
it for
Tim Dillon one, yeah.
I listened to it for a half hour and I was just like, I can't do it. It makes me like anxious. I feel fucked up when I listen to him. But
He
he's like,
sounds so much older than he looks.
it's not even old. It's just like I feel like he's currently dying. Every time he talks, it's just like, oh my, he's stroking out right
He
now.
talks like how Joe Biden looks.
He should just try to
Yeah,
sound
or
more like his
acts, yeah.
uncle. Like people know what like the Kennedys sound like, so why doesn't he sound like Mayor Quimby from The Simpsons?
I don't think. I mean, what is the issue? Does anybody know like what his fucking problem is?
I think
probably
it's
has, like,
I
long-
think it's because his dad got shot.
Is that what happened?
I think it's
Yeah,
just like I
traffic
think they're
to your
just
voice.
I think
Sound
I
like an
honestly
idiot.
I believe it's just because the Kennedys are raging alcoholics.
Yeah.
And I think he just has like whiskey voice.
that can't be it. I mean, it sounds like he got cancer or something and he got something removed, like an actual vocal cord.
Yeah, it does sound
removed,
something like there was something like that.
Yeah. And
I
mean,
can't listen to any he makes like great points.
Of
Like if you
course,
look at it,
yeah.
it's like the exact opposite of John F. Kennedy, where it's like
all charisma
Yeah,
and no
yeah.
points. Yeah.
and like it's like the opposite.
or head.
Yeah.
Rip.
But damn, dude, I don't know. Hopefully he wins. I mean, he's better than Biden, but that's not saying anything.
No, it's
that's
not
saying nothing.
No.
And he's not better than Trump,
Yeah.
who's gonna win. Trump's gonna win, which is crazy, dude.
Is he running again?
Yeah,
For sure.
he's got my vote. He's got the official locker room talk / real ass Joe Gorman experience.
Right.
I love real ass Joe Gorman experience.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah.
very funny.
But yeah, I had COVID in 2020. We were doing fight clubs, and then one of them ended up being a super spreader. Everyone who did it, it was at the Reserve Club in Jersey.
I was gonna say, was I there?
Yes.
Were you at the
You
Reserve
got-
Club one? No,
Oh,
I
no.
don't think you were at that one.
Not reserve.
You're
I
at the
was
Comedy Dojo.
Yeah.
and Wawa
yeah.
twice.
Wawa.
There was one
Well,
at Wawa.
oh, were you at the Wawa one where we got the cops came and we had to move inside?
Yeah, mhm.
Yeah. That,
Yeah.
Why'd you have to move inside? They're like, you
Um,
can't say this stupid racist shit outside.
There was a noise complaint.
Yeah. And I think why were we doing it outside in the first place?
Safer.
Because you're not
Oh,
supposed
right.
to be
No,
inside
but-
because of COVID.
Yeah, but
fucking-
Wawa, we were there the whole time.
That
Yeah.
was like a police. That's like a police bar.
It was like a
Yeah,
retired
yeah.
cop bar.
That's why like
I was
they-
there 3 times a week
They
for
were
like
doing.
that
That was the
whole
only
year.
place doing
Yeah.
shows.
I
for
know.
A while.
It was
Yeah.
that's how I got back into comedy after not doing it for 2 years. Like
Nice.
literally because it was open.
Why'd
Yeah.
you? What was it like?
I worked at the Stress Factory, so I was
Uh-huh.
working every single night that a show would happen. I could never do comedy. So as soon as I quit, 2019,
Yeah.
then
then once
yeah.
everything got shut down, and then all of a sudden Wawa's open doing comedy.
it was honestly
Yeah.
the best, and that's also why I started doing so much blow. That place
Yeah.
was the
Oh,
blow
yeah.
haven of the universe.
Oh yeah, they had to like make a specific rules about no doing coke in the bathroom.
Yeah,
there.
they're like
Ah,
one
that's just
person
a
in the
fucking
bathroom
guy.
at a time.
That's
one
like-
person
that-
in the bathroom at a time.
That's
yeah.
that's like that wait staff must wash hands. It's just a
Yeah.
fucking it's
Suggestion.
A suggestion.
Yeah,
But
you're
they're
right.
not gonna fucking call the cops on you.
But yeah,
They are all
they
cops.
don't even do anything there anymore.
I haven't been there. in a long time.
We did Project the Staten Island guys do Project Comedy Mayhem, their roast battle show, and they did one there earlier this year. And we were out front. I think we just picked. We had like I don't even know. We didn't. It wasn't. I think it was either wiffle ball bat or a stick even, and we were just like pitching and hitting beer cans out front.
Adorable.
And then just running a wild show. It was like a wild night, and we got kicked out.
Kicked out?
Yeah, we couldn't do. They told us we couldn't do shows there anymore.
Damn.
That something must have changed. Like,
yeah, well, I mean, I think they were doing less shows anyway. Because I mean, pandemic, shows there every night.
Oh well,
and
know
what?
And
that was before things were even like open in New York. As far as like once they opened things in New York, where there was like the outdoor dining and it was the summer and a little bit. Wawa Social Club was doing shows even before that.
No, I know.
Yeah, they were doing shows kind of like when everyone was still supposed to just be inside.
100%. But I think what probably happened was like that they were too scared to use the bar themselves because they were old. Like when in like the beginning of COVID, they were like, we're not going to use it. We're not going to like come out and drink. Like, cause even like whether or not they were wearing masks or, no one was vaccinated yet, but they were like, yeah, we can't use this place. And also if we don't, we're going to lose it because like we need to make some money. So they loved the comedy and they were like, please come and do all the shows. But I think they kind of like wanted their place back. I don't know.
Yeah,
I hit a guy there.
Once the pandemic was over, I could see like then it was only like there were shows once a week maybe.
Yeah,
even.
Yeah,
and then they were like, "Yeah, we just want our fucking space
We just
back."
want to be drunk.
Yeah.
I stopped going there because I hit a dude who was like a member apparently.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
The people who were kind of regulars there were always a little bit weird.
Well, the regulars, I mean, Tuna. Shout out to Tuna.
Yeah.
I know you're watching. If you're alive, he lived at Wawa.
Yeah.
He lived upstairs.
Really, I didn't know that. But yeah,
set up a bed on the floor and he
Yeah.
lived there.
Yeah.
And like we would, bring him presents and we would talk to him and like he was the fucking coolest. He was great. There were other people who were not so great, and then there was
that guy. I don't know if I
Ron?
should say his.
Oh, sorry,
I wasn't gonna
bleep
say
it.
the
Yeah,
name, but yeah, who would just bring a new prostitute with him and introduce her as his
hell yeah,
girlfriend.
dude.
absolutely.
It's like, this is my new girlfriend. Like, we know. You don't think we know what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't. She's
Nice, dude.
on drugs.
Yeah.
How much
but
would it cost to get a prostitute to be your girlfriend?
The
So
girlfriend
much.
experience
Depends on where she's from.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, ideally, it was like going to get a little more serious.
I wonder
and
if
maybe
they
settle down.
I wonder if they even hooked
Settle
up, or
down.
he just brought them.
Ron?
Or he just brought them to the Wawa Social Club to show off that make us
Look
think
at my
he had a girl.
bar. Yeah,
Hey, comedians!
Yeah.
Look at my girl.
it's weird. It's really weird.
I heard about you hitting the guy, but I wasn't there the night that it happened.
I like did a set,
Yeah.
and this guy who was like never there before when I was there. So I was there like, I don't know, 70 times before
Yeah.
this guy showed up, and he comes and he sits in the front row and he's heckling me the entire time.
Nice.
But he's just like, "You're so fucking gorgeous," like screaming at me in the front, and like it's not like anything about the jokes. It's not just like being a dick. He's just like literally just straightforward hitting on me, which is,
I get
boo-hoo,
hecklers
wable,
like that
but
all the time, too.
I'm
I
sure
get
you
it.
do. It's the backwards had no sleeves. I get it. The girls talk about it all the time.
Right.
But I get off stage. I go downstairs and I'm at the bar and he goes, "Your pussy looked so beautiful up there." And I just fucking hit him across the face.
Spit on him.
And then Brian was like, "We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here." So we just
Hit a member.
we dipped. Yeah, and then I never went back. It was really weird. But then I found out that they still kept my picture up there.
Aw.
So that's
Yeah.
nice. I wish I had that picture. I think I saw Ben's picture at your place.
Oh, the one that fucking
Poston. Yeah.
Yeah, he made drawings of all the. There was one.
I know
guy-
Steve Poston.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would just draw
He
all
would
the
run like
comedians.
ultra marathons and shit.
Did
I
he
know
really?
all of New Jersey, dude.
Yeah.
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 Ultra marathon.
Yeah.
Isn't that 100 miles?
Something like that. I think it might have just been marathons, but
Dan
Yeah.
Lamore does that too.
Yeah.
Well, he does the
What are they
ultramarathon.
running from? What could have happened?
Yeah.
Why would they go against the grain and do something healthy in stand-up comedy?
It's not even healthy. It's like you like have diarrhea the whole
running
time.
26 miles doesn't seem like a great health thing.
Well, like the first
It's-
person to run
he died
26
at 26 miles, right?
to
That's
tell
why
about the
it's-
victory of marathon,
Yeah.
and he said Nike, which
Yes.
is what Nike shoes is based on, which means victory.
Whoa, Greek?
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Shout
Nike
out
means
to all
victory in
Greeks.
Greek? Okay, I didn't know about the Nike part of it. I'm Greek. I should know that.
You should know that.
Oh, yeah,
Matt.
you are Greek.
Yeah,
Are you
I-
Greek?
No.
Are you Italian?
I'm Aryan.
Aryan?
Yeah. Joe is part Japanese.
Well, I got a 23andMe.
Oh,
maybe I'll spit in that.
we never.
You should
we
spit
said
in
that
that.
we would.
I keep saying I'm gonna do it, and I never get around to it.
Oh, okay.
I'm at
Remember we said
least-
we would do it, and then we would like reveal on the podcast what Joe's nationality
my
is.
sister
Just
did
make
it.
it all up.
My
and be
sister
like,
did
dude, you're
it.
black. Congratulations.
Never. How black do I have to be to get the N-word pass?
Literally
That's
1%.
how black I need to be.
Yeah. I did find out that I was like 0.4% African.
Yikes.
I had to tell my parents like, "Hey, you guys, be cool," you know.
But that's like everyone's like
Act
a little bit
natural.
Africa because it's the
we all are.
motherland.
Yeah.
So we all got a little ooga booga in us.
Right.
So cool.
Pretty
Precisely.
terrifying.
Yeah.
I guess everyone's capable of great evil
Yeah.
in their life.
You're Jewish too, right, Lauren?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yikes. Get her.
I'm so sorry.
When did that happen?
When did that happen?
Yeah, I didn't have a say really. But I don't perpetuate it. Don't
Are you
worry.
practicing?
No.
Ooh.
But I did. I've been invited to some Jew events. Like I did the Passovers with the book, right?
New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah.
My favorite Jew event.
Yeah, I do comedy, so that's basically temple.
Right.
Yeah, Passover is with the books, right? It's like you have a book.
That's
and
like
you
every
read.
Jewish holiday.
Really?
Yeah, you
that
have to
sucks.
read.
You guys
have
need to calm the
yeah,
fuck down.
You have to read about why someone tried to kill us.
Right.
And
And then
then-
I apologize, and then also I don't know. It's
Yeah.
weird. It's a
Someone tried to. That's every Jewish holiday. Is they tried to kill us. We survived. Let's eat.
yeah.
But it's like. It's not that quick. It takes like an hour and a half to 2 hours to read the entire story about why the people tried to kill us.
it's so long.
It's so long.
Yeah.
Oh
Fuck
my
that.
god.
Lots of reading.
Tragic.
Yeah, my uncle who passed away, but years ago when we first, like the first like 15 years of my life, whenever it was like Passover, he used to make us, there's like, you can skip over parts. There's a way to read a shortened version of it. He made us read the entire thing.
What the
every
fuck is that
Passover.
about, dude? What
I
the
don't-
fuck? Uncles
I
are supposed
know.
to be cool. Why is he giving you homework?
No,
to
I
do?
didn't have a cool uncle. I had an uncle who would like come over while I was like watching football, or my brother and I were watching cartoons, and would change it to like PBS.
Really?
Yeah.
That
That
guy
is
is
evil.
a grade A faggot, dude. I tell my nieces and nephews that God isn't real.
Big
Like,
time
all the
Hitler.
time.
Then he like cheated on my aunt with like a Filipino woman 20 years younger.
That's pretty cool.
He is
pretty
All right,
cool.
that's pretty cool.
He's winning Joe back over.
Take
Nice.
the
All
good
right.
with
Well,
the
then,
bad.
you know
Yeah.
what? People are complex.
And then a few years later, he died. And
Sick, dude. Did he
my
kill
bro-
himself?
No,
Was it a suicide bombing?
it was cancer.
Nice. Well, dude, if you have cancer,
Nice, he
Yeah.
said.
I'd fucking take some people out with me
Yeah.
if that were the case. Strap a
And-
bomb. Start being a little
Yeah.
more death-defying.
Yeah, my brother and I. But the thing is, like, everyone in the family was sad. But my brother and I, I'm like, our perspective is we see this guy once or twice a year. He's like boring and a dick.
Yeah.
And then he cheated on our aunt. Our aunt was awesome.
Oh.
And we had to like pretend to be sad at the funeral.
For
You don't
sure.
have to pretend to be sad.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about being an adult is realizing, like, oh, you don't need to keep in touch with your family.
Yeah.
You know, you can choose who you keep in touch
Yeah.
with. Like, it's like, yeah, I'll call my parents and my grandfather, but
Yeah.
I don't need to like fucking keep in touch with like my aunts.
Yeah.
You know, certain cousins maybe, but
Yeah.
I got a lot of cousins that not the case. Finn, come here.
Finn, come here. Come here,
He
Finn.
hears somebody coming down the hall.
Yeah.
He's an
freaking
incel.
out. He always
But
freaks.
yeah.
But that's the appeal of having the studio here. Is we also have our loyal guard dog Finnegan.
Yes.
For sure.
My aunt died a few months after my uncle died, which we were all happy about that
Ooh.
she got to live longer than him.
Just barely though.
True.
Yeah.
She didn't get chance to get like get some fucking vengeance stick.
Maybe
Yeah.
she did. Did you ask her?
I never asked her. I don't know if she ever saw anybody.
We could
after
get a
my
Ouija
uncle.
board. You could ask her now.
Yeah.
I think that's who
you ever
Finn's
get
talking
any
to.
vengeance, Dick,
Yeah.
Aunt Diane?
Yeah.
Damn, how fucking lame would it be to be a ghost and you're like, finally, someone's going to communicate with me from the other side. Just a bunch of like fat goth high schoolers.
Yeah.
Like, dark Lord, tell me what I should do. And it's like, God damn, dude, how
Yeah.
come jocks don't get into this shit?
Yeah.
So you want to know what the lottery numbers are or something?
How come no
Some
cool
fucking
kids
fat
talk-
piece of shit with
Yeah.
black nail polish and a Nightmare Before Christmas hoodie.
Yeah.
Fucking summoning your eternal soul.
How come cool kids don't talk to the dead ever?
Dude, the cool kid, man, the dead would be so grateful to talk to like a cool guy like me.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, if I want to see the dead, I'll just do DMT again.
right.
I Did you see dead people when you did DMT?
No, I saw the walls moving, and I was like, finally, I'm about to break through, but I didn't break through.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I just had like a fucking like I was kind of like my body was kind of like just like I couldn't move my body, and I was like sick. I'm paralyzed.
Yeah.
And I felt like drool coming out of my mouth. I'm like, oh fuck,
Yeah, it's
this is
over.
awesome.
Whoa.
And then I was like, if I don't come out of this, that would be kind of cool too. And I was like, damn, maybe like I'll just live my entire consciousness aware, but not being able to do anything and not being able to communicate. And I was like, that's awesome. And then I like snapped out of it. I'm like, oh shit, I'm back. And then I looked over because I was doing it with my friend Andy Garcia, and he was like,
Yeah.
just like complete like he was like in another world. He had a fucking experience, and I was jealous. And then it turned out like because I did like a quarter of shrooms like 2 days ago, my serotonin levels were all fucked up, so my brain wasn't fully operational, which is why I didn't break through.
Oh, interesting.
So if anyone has DMT and wants to send it to me, send it to me.
I
I'll
can hook
do it
you up.
on air.
I can hook you up. Like, I mean, no, I can't. But
Let's wait until after.
Someone
let's
can.
save this conversation for the Patreon.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I broke the hell through, and
Yeah?
that was the first time I did DMT. Was also the first time I did acid, and I did shrooms and
At the
acid
same
and
time?
DMT. Yeah, and it was like my friend Tom, who I actually do the cigarette club with. He's like my music director, and also created it with me. He has like what he calls a cult meeting every year at his house, and he owns a house in Freehold, and he's like this big sweeping like rural property, and everyone just like does psychedelics and like plays music. They're the best musicians I've ever met in my life, so it's actually like a good time and not just people drumming on bongos being fags.
Yeah.
But he was like, try it, like the DMT, and I was just like, I don't think so, dude. And I was like, I don't think so, dude. And he was like ripping it, and he was like, look, I'm fine. And then like I didn't know that he would be like literally catatonic 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, this looks safe. So I did it, and he was like, you should sit down. And I was like, okay, word. And then I completely just like lights out, and then someone took my hand and brought me like Peter Pan onto a ship, like a big, like old pirate ship, like
Nice.
a huge ship. And I sailed in the sky over the next 3 months of my life. And I saw like my parents, I saw my friends, like, and we weren't talking, like these people weren't talking. It was just like a journey, like in the world. And then I saw some shit I didn't want to see, and it made me sad.
Child
and
porn?
then I,
She said
close.
didn't want to see.
Right. Yeah. No, I just like I saw something that actually like wound up happening.
You saw into the
freaky enough.
future?
I mean, not really, but I kind of knew that the thing would happen. So I think I was afraid that the thing would happen. I'm being vague because it would be very rude of me to say what it was. But I woke up and I thought that was like 3 hours, you know, and I couldn't talk, and I was just sobbing. And my friends, they all like came by, and they're like rubbing my back like dumb hippies, and they were like, "You're okay." The only thing I could say for an hour was, "What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?" I couldn't say anything else, and yeah, and then I had to drive home.
Damn.
I was tripping my
How
dick
long
off.
was it? You said it felt like 3 hours.
It was like
but-
a minute and a half. Yeah, it was a good
Wow.
minute and a half. Yeah.
Lauren, did you see Queen Elizabeth's death?
No, I wouldn't have cried if I did.
What?
Yeah.
I cried.
But
when
she's
Queen
someone's
Elizabeth
grandmother.
died.
Oh, yeah, but you know, at what cost?
You do seem like you care a lot about the royal family.
No.
Not
I know
knowing
it
you
seems that way. Yeah,
knowing
yeah.
You personally, I don't think you do, but you
No.
have the appearance of someone who watches royal weddings.
Absolutely not. I
Yeah.
mean, would I tune in? Of course, I love fashion, but
Right.
I hate those people.
Yeah.
Not cool. All pedophiles, right? I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely.
do
all
we agree?
inbred, all pedophiles.
Yeah.
Inbred.
At the least of their offenses is Prince Harry and what's his
Nazi
fucking
stuff?
Yeah, well, like not only that, but he's a nepo baby, dude.
Yeah.
He's acting like
The
anything.
worst
he does
crime of all.
It really fucking is. It's like that's like, you know who my father is, and that's how you fucking reward that kind of behavior.
I wonder if
Yeah.
he says that when he's getting raped as a child.
Yeah.
You know
Probably.
who my father is?
It's worth it now because now he gets to be married to a beautiful black woman.
Yeah, that is true.
She is hot.
Yeah, from the dark continent.
Actually, you look a little like Meghan Markle. cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was at your fucking apartment when Mark was there. You guys were watching wrestling and some dump truck ass bitch comes on the screen and Mark was like, "Oh, we all think you look like her."
Who was it?
I don't know.
Some blonde fat retard. I
Oh,
was
was it that fucking
pissed.
big chick?
She wasn't actually fat. Like, I'm being a cunt by saying she's fat, but she was like the fattest one on stage.
Wait, that one that like sits on everyone?
That is me. All right, fine. You're right. Whatever.
I actually don't. Mark watches with modern stuff. I like peripherally watch, but I don't know.
I gotta
as much.
ask him who it was because I was like, that you think I look like her, and he was like, yeah, no, it's a compliment. And I was like, go fuck yourself,
Maybe
dude.
Nikita Lyons.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's the one with the
Yeah.
big like dump truck.
Hell yeah.
In NXT. I think we were watching NXT.
Ooh.
Yeah, the
I
one
don't
that you
remember.
said like sucked or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's. I don't know enough about all the like modern wrestlers to know who. Some of them I know because they've been around for
I'm
a
into
while.
Alexis Bliss now that she's
Alexa
pregnant.
Bliss.
Alexa Bliss.
And now
she's
that Bray
pregnant.
Wyatt died,
Now that Bray Wyatt.
Wait, she's pregnant and a wrestler?
she's not
Yeah.
wrestling right now.
I was
but-
gonna say that's unsafe.
Because
Yeah.
Ryan Cabrera got her pregnant.
Yeah.
Cabrera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's alive?
Yeah. Isn't
Yep.
that wild?
I don't know how to
Fucking-
take
isn't
this
isn't that-
news.
I'm so glad they purged fucking MySpace. That was the greatest thing. Tom fucking rules. If there was like any guy that should have been in charge of all of our personal information, it's Tom. Because
Oh, yeah.
he said, "Look, I'm in your top 8, but if you don't want me, you can remove me. When you delete your MySpace, it's fucking gone." And then after MySpace was sold, and after it like kind of became like a music website, they purged all the records. So all of that information, all the shit you put on MySpace, it's fucking gone.
Yeah, it really is. He should come out with like a TikTok competitor that's like good. You know?
Tom,
He's,
TikTok.
Tom Talk. Yeah,
TikTok.
yeah, there you go.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Very
I would
good.
be on TikTok.
Remember they had
it
they had
sounds
Google
gross
Plus.
for some reason.
They had Google Plus, and that was supposed to compete with Facebook for the longest time, and just
Yeah.
never picked
Was
up.
that supposed to be social media?
Threads
It
was
was.
supposed to compete with Twitter.
Threads is so bizarre.
Every once in a while now, I still get a notification like there's a new person on Threads that's now like you're now following them because they just signed up for Threads. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Wha-
don't
who's
do
signing
that."
Up,
Yeah.
who's signing up now for Threads? That was a nice, fun 3 days about a month or two ago, and then
You know what's really funny
Yeah.
now? Like I was wondering what that fucking number meant, like the number on your
That's
profile.
when you sign up with Threads.
Well, it's it's like your place in line basically. Like
Yeah.
I'm the 3 millionth person or whatever
I'm
to
2
be
million.
very good. So you're more of a cloud chaser than I am.
I was a clout chaser since day one.
I did it the day after, basically. But
Now you're paying for it.
oh god, it's now I see people who are like 53 million or like 100
Yeah.
plus. That's the
I was a
worst.
little later then. I'm 39 million.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. That means like if 2 million people die, I'm number 1. I
Yeah.
want that to happen.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen, folks. Let's get my number up or
Yeah.
down.
Up or down.
I think
yeah.
I did. I think I was in like the second or third day. I waited a couple days. But there was I remember there was a couple days when I was on there where it was popping for a little bit.
It was, but I'm also like, Twitter's fine. Like it's not going anywhere. People
Yeah.
thought it was
People-
gonna go,
X.
and I
You mean-
right.
you mean
Oh my
X.
god, that shit. You know what the worst part about that is? Like the app itself looks scratched and dirty.
Yeah.
There's like a marble quality to it that is like just an ugly design decision.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm thinking about these
Yeah.
days. Are you guys Twitter people?
I'm nothing.
Yeah, I
Sorry to
scrolled
hear
through-
that,
I
brother.
scrolled through it, but
I do too. Yeah.
I hate all that. I like Instagram. If I,
I
had
like
to choose
Instagram,
if I had
yeah.
to choose a social media that if they were like you're gonna lose every other social media, but you'll still have this one, I'll follow Instagram.
I would take
Yeah,
Instagram.
absolutely, hands
I
down.
think a few years ago, when Facebook was the one that everyone was on, I got to the point where I enjoyed Facebook. When everyone was on it, like the group pages, there were like comedy group pages
Yeah.
where like a comedian who we all don't like could post a status, and I would comment something making fun of them, and every other comedian saw like the whole conversation, and so I could just make jokes for the people watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there was fun stuff with Facebook.
Dude, Greg and Rob are Facebook
They are
geniuses.
they are so
They're
good.
geniuses.
They were the best.
Truly
'Cause
remarkable.
They used to make all the fake pages.
Yeah, Brian
Yeah.
introduced me to their shenanigans, and I was like, I didn't know shit about them at the time, and I was like, oh, these guys are They're all right.
They were so funny.
It
Yeah.
sucks that Facebook is like an old person thing.
I know.
now.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
really weird.
It used to be like because like I'm old, so like when I was on Facebook, it was like this is to fuck other people in your college class.
yeah,
Like
right.
you could put in like your actual like your like I'm in psychology 101.3, and then you could click on that, and
see
it would
the
show
other
everyone that
kids,
was
yeah.
in my class.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, and then you message them and be like, hey,
Wanna-
what's the homework assignment
have sex
or
with
whatever?
me?
And then it's like, how about you come to my dorm room?
Yeah.
Right.
And we'll smoke shitty weed.
Cool.
Oh my god, those were the days.
You want to know something fun about Facebook?
Uh-huh.
BuzzFeed never logged me out of the Tasty account. You know, Tasty, like the food,
Yeah.
like
That's
recipe
like
thing.
the BuzzFeed.
It's
it's
like
a
their
BuzzFeed
crown
thing, right?
jewel. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like 65 million people. So I'm waiting for like the right thing because like I could post anything I want, like as Tasty. So I can like
Post this episode of Locker Room Talk.
It would be
when
funny.
it comes out.
it would be really funny to like start a video because I used to make Tasty videos too, and like
Yeah.
you know the other BuzzFeed videos, and it would be funny to like make a video and start with a recipe, and then like 3 seconds in, it's just like hardcore, just porn, just
Yeah.
fuck. It would be great, or
Yeah.
or something promotional. Let's get the cigarette
Yeah,
club up on
most
there
cigarette
one
club.
time, dude.
Yeah.
65 million people.
Just use
Yeah.
use a VPN so they can't trace your IP address.
I mean, what could they do?
They could be like, oh, this is like an impersonation. They'd find some way to fuck with you.
I'm logged, like they gave me the login and I'm still logged in. I didn't hack it. Like I was like authorized to use it.
Work.
Anyway, watch your ass.
As an
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, work sucks, dude.
I know.
That's the
if I knew the rest of the lyrics to that song, we'd be popping off right now. Oh man. Can I vape in here?
Yeah, do whatever you want.
We love
Yeah.
It's
this.
a free country.
Yeah. But yeah, what's Tom up to now? Does anyone know?
Yeah, he's a photographer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What
He
does
just goes around, he just
What
travels.
does he what does he take?
He made
pictures of?
he made billions off
Yeah.
Facebook, so he just retired and
Yeah,
for
just
him.
travels. And
yeah, he
takes
just travels and
pictures.
takes like he has nothing else to prove. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I invented and perfected social media.
Yeah.
Now I'm out.
I was never on MySpace, so I never.
MySpace
really,
was
yeah.
MySpace. It's just like it gave you too much customization because you
Yeah.
could literally like make it. Because when I started comedy when MySpace was a thing.
Yeah.
So I had a MySpace comedy page.
Are
and
you
I-
90?
Huh? Yeah.
How old are you?
I am 38.
Oh, word. Yeah. That makes
Um,
sense.
So like I would have like comedians would be like, don't bother buying a website. You have a MySpace page. Just have your MySpace on
Yeah.
it and decorate your MySpace page because you could put your videos on it. You could put like stand-up clips. You could
Yeah.
make it work.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. But I think it was just too much customization at one point because you could go to a MySpace page and they would start playing like music.
I loved that.
immediately.
I had the
Yeah.
millionaires on it.
I-
I had MySpace for 3 months, and my mom found it, and she was like, "Hey, I heard you have a MySpace," and I was like, "No, I don't," because like I was not allowed. And she took my phone; it was a flip phone. She just broke it in half and handed me both pieces and gave it back to me. And I was just like, "It's not how you delete a MySpace, but okay,
Damn,
dumb
dude.
bitch." Yeah.
And that's like the woman you still have to like involve in your life.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
I
Damn,
love
that's
her.
fucking. If my mom
Yeah.
did that, I'd throw her ass down a flight of stairs.
I've
Yeah.
tried.
Right, Matthew?
She's too big.
Right.
Really?
No, she's actually pretty hot. Yeah.
Damn. That's cool.
Yeah,
I,
it is cool.
There was also Zanga.
I had
You got-
Zanga.
you had a
I had a
Zanga.
website.
I remember in junior high school there was a pretty girl in like my 7th grade class who gave me wrote her Zanga down on a piece of paper and gave it to me. We didn't have like phones yet. We were still like
Yeah, of
and I
course.
remember thinking like this is a really big deal. Of
course.
But I have no idea how. I don't know what Zanga is, and so nothing. I never ended up doing anything. I didn't know what Zanga was or how to log into it or anything.
That shit was basically a website.
Yeah.
It was like
Well, it's a journal.
a journal. Was
Yeah,
that
like
the
a
point of
blog.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a blog, I guess. There was also
Live journal. I had live journal. For a
live
bit.
journal, sure, but then there was something with a B.
Blog.
It was like
Blogspot.
not that one. It was like Bilbo or something stupid.
Bill Cosby.
Correct. Yeah. Bill Cosby. Yeah. Yeah.
Bilbo. Yeah, that was like that still stands out to me so much because like girls make the first move so infrequently. that, like,
100%. No,
when
that
a girl
was
just
huge.
slides me the piece of paper with her Zanga on, and I was like, this is like what I see or hear about in like American
I would give anything
Pie
to see it
movies.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just had no idea how to follow up. I was also 12, so I didn't. What was I gonna do
Damn.
anyway?
Yeah.
Spit on her probably.
Probably.
Yeah. I wish that shit was still around. I think I checked on it like a while ago and I was like, I don't think this is a thing anymore, but that's tragic. The art of like a shitty website, like that really
Like a GeoCities.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, pretty much. It's something so beautiful about it. There's nothing worse than like a Wix site that's like very obviously designed like in the, you know what I mean? Is that a nerdy, I guess that's like a stupid perspective to
It
have.
used to
but,
be like it used to take a lot of skill to design a website,
yeah.
and like
Now everything's like
and now
templates
it's like, now
and
everything
stuff.
is like just like just
Yeah.
drag and drop.
It's so funny when shit was like so shitty.
Well,
like
if you
I
know
love
about
that.
building websites, you probably know all the hacky ways to build a website, so you can just see through when you see someone's website and it's like, oh, they didn't put much effort into this. But I wouldn't know the
That's
difference.
fair. Yeah. I can be kind of a design nerd sometimes. Like I just complained about the X logo and
Yeah.
how ugly it was. Anyway, Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. The
Yeah.
Bill Cosby social media app's going to take off.
I was just watching Your Mom's House and they were playing a bunch of inmate video messages. What's that website? Because they
What
were
do you- like inmates just sending out videos to like loved ones? or-
inmates. No, it's inmates posting videos, soliciting like pen pals, basically.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So it's got to be like a site like that, but that I want like an omegle of that, you
Do
know,
they
of
still
just
do-
people in
do
jail.
they do pen pals like today in elementary school with the internet and everything? Like,
It's a
probably-
really good question.
I'm sure it's like a lot, but it's like more like fun to do. It's like since it's not the only means of communication, it's more of
Yeah.
like a fun thing, or it's like, well, I have a pen pal just because like it's nice to have just a few hours out of my month where I can
Yeah.
just sit down and write to a friend, and it's nice to receive a letter. My dad
Yeah.
still sends me postcards when he
Yeah.
when he goes
Yeah.
traveling, burning
Yeah.
through my inheritance.
Rummel does
Yeah.
that. Rummel sends me postcards all the time.
yeah, he sends them
Yeah.
to Mark also.
Yeah,
Ugh.
they're so
Yeah.
cute.
Oh, mine must have gotten lost in the mail. Thanks, Ryan.
I don't get them.
His best fucking friend, dude.
Yeah.
After all I've done for that worm.
Yeah.
He's quite a worm.
That fucking vagabond.
That ginger worm.
I in like
May
fifth
he rest
grade,
in
I
peace.
remember. Yeah, in like fourth or fifth grade, every like couple of weeks we would write a letter to our pen pal. They just like
Yeah.
gave me the name of a girl,
Dude,
and I was
had
just
a-
writing
yeah.
letters to her, and then I would get them back. And then at the end of the year, both schools like
Yeah.
met up and
I
went
did
on
that
like
too.
a bowling trip.
Yeah.
and I don't think we said a word to each other. We just like stood near each other. She
Yeah.
was pretty, and I was like 9, so I
Damn.
Yeah, what are you gonna
Yeah.
do?
I remember being fucking bummed that my pen pal was an uggo. And I was like, dude, this is the fucking bitch I've been wasting all that fucking
and you're thinking
lead
about what she
on.
looks like and
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
thing. You're
It's like,
painting a
damn,
picture in
it's
your
like,
head.
Hey, maybe like during this field trip we can go somewhere you can piss on my face or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
And now it's
No,
like,
we-
oh great. Fucking
Yeah.
fat chick with a fucking
Yeah.
stain on her t-shirt.
No,
like, come
for
on, dude. I was like a
sure.
fucking second grade stud.
Yeah,
you
I don't even
know?
remember her name, but I just remember she was really pretty, and we were both too shy to like actually talk to each other in person.
I was.
Hit her up now,
I
man.
should hit her up now.
Do you remember her name?
I don't.
I know the first and last name of my pen pal.
Really?
On God. And
Yeah.
he was really weird, but I hung out with weird guys who taught me like what Zanga was and like, Newgrounds and shit. Like,
Oh,
like
Newgrounds was awesome.
the
I
cool,
remember
I
that.
had like a
Liquid
cool
Generation.
dude.
Do you
Damn, that
remember
was
the Liquid Generation.
No. What's
that was
that?
a cool one. Funnyjunk.com.
Funny Junk, E-Bounds, obviously.
World, yeah.
Albino Black Sheep.
Did you ever
Yeah.
go to You're the
Yeah.
Man Now, dog?
No.
You're the Man Now, dog.
YTMND.com.
No. I remember SFDT, Stick Figure Death Theater. You just watch a bunch of stick figures murder each other.
That's fun. Mini clip.
Mini Clip was great.
Homestar
that was for the
Runner.
games. What was the Happy Tree Friends? That's
Yeah.
some psycho shit.
Yeah. That I
That's like
loved.
legit animation now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That. Oh, I actually just looked that up relatively recently. I was like, I wonder if they're still making these, and I think there was like a semi-recent one. But
Yeah.
those were
Happy
the
Tree
best.
Friends?
Yeah, that shit was the best.
Yeah, that shit is still around.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of crazy how like a lot of that early internet flash animation has just kind of become like the standard now.
I had like one of my best friends in elementary school. His name's Kevin Melman. Shout out to Kevin Melman. He's a mushroom expert now in Vermont, which is
Mushrooms.
exactly what I was admiring that before. Every time I see mushrooms, I think of him. He taught me about all that stuff too. like the bad websites that I wasn't allowed to go on at home. And
Rotten.com.
what?
Blue
Rotten.com.
Rotten?
You never went to Rotten.com?
I don't think so. Is that porn stuff? Porn scared me
No.
as a kid. I was terrified.
Darling, it was better than pornography. Rotten.com was
Better.
pictures of dead people.
Yeah.
People getting run over by a car, people getting shot in the face, amputated legs, people with their
Yeah.
heads split open, autopsy
Wow.
photos. Rotten dog, a guy with like his intestines fucking hanging out.
What's the one
I
where
was
it
more
got
of a lemon
worse?
party guy.
Me too. And
Tub girl.
A lemon party girl.
what's the one that like got progressively worse as you would go through it? It was like a contest or like a game. It was like a website, but it was like a video that like
The
got
official website of the Democratic Party.
no. Brian would know. He knows everything bad.
Yeah. What was the one that Meatspin?
Meatspin's funny.
Meatspin
yeah,
was great.
that's great.
Yeah, 'cause it's like, how gay are you? And, like, every
Delightful.
time it would do
Yeah.
a full rotation.
How many rotations do you get in before you close?
It counted it, right?
I remember
yeah,
like
yeah.
those, like I went to high school at just the right time, where like, you know, that early internet where, you know, you would send somebody a link, but you could disguise the website.
Yeah.
And they click on it, and then it was just like flash animation of two dudes fucking, and then like
Yeah.
a loud
Getting
blown out
rickrolled.
wave file saying,
Yeah.
I'm watching gay porn! I'm watching gay porn! I'm watching gay porn! I'm watching gay porn! And like it would like do that thing where it was like always like moving around and like
And you
opening
couldn't close it.
multiple
Oh
windows.
my
So, like,
god,
you'd always
bring
be, like,
that back.
That's awesome.
Oh, that shit was the best.
we did that all the time. We were banned from like a lot of the computer labs.
Yeah.
Like, because we used to go to the computer lab during lunch and we'd load Counter-Strike on and like
Yes.
fucking play
the
Counter-Strike.
golden age when you didn't have
Yeah,
like any
when I
blocks
was-
on.
when I
When,
was in
the
junior-
golden
yeah.
age before adults understood how
Right.
to use a computer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was like the one. It was like, oh, this computer lab is completely unnecessary for like this fucking 85-year-old teacher
Yeah.
that like used to type like entry-level DOS.
Counter Strike was like the last shooter game I played. Like I'm not a big like gamer now. I'll get a sports game whenever something catastrophic happens, like brain surgery or a pandemic, and I have to be at home. I'll get like Madden or NBA.
That's funny. Madden, the official game of brain
There
surgery.
you go. But yeah, back in the day when I was in junior high school, there were computer cafes, and we would
Yeah.
go like across the street to I think it was called Net Generation, and you could go in there. We would all
Embarrassing.
play Counter Strike after school.
Oh my
And
god.
yeah, every once in a while somebody would like do the "you're watching gay porn" thing to
Yeah.
someone, and everyone knew it was happening.
Yeah.
And it was almost one of those like people running the play. You would get kicked out, but it was one of those. It happens often enough, but it's still kind of funny every time.
It's
Oh,
always gonna be
absolutely.
funny.
It'll
Yeah.
never not be funny.
It's always going to be funny.
Yeah, I remember everyone I played Counter Strike with. I wasn't that good, but everyone else was just bad. I remember the big thing was they would play. It was called Ice World, I think, was the map. Ice World, no gravity.
They probably fucked up and they
So
didn't have
everyone
the,
would
yeah.
it would be no gravity, so everyone was just going around flying. I would just stay on the ground and pick people off.
Yeah, they
I
probably
wasn't even
could've-
that good. I was just on
Very
the ground.
smart.
They're all flying. Like, look at me, I'm flying. I'm
Yeah.
just killing every headshot.
Foolproof plan.
They probably didn't know how to bind the right keys, so they're probably
Yeah.
using the up, down, left, right arrow keys
Yeah.
when really you're supposed to use the. Damn.
Well, recording cut out, but we're at the end of the episode. Thank
Yeah.
you guys for listening. I don't think we missed too much.
We didn't. Like, I was just talking about arrow placement for video games
Right.
and key bindings. For more information on how you should set up your computer for optimal gameplay or to play with me on the PlayStation Network or Xbox, be sure to subscribe to our Patreon for access to the Discord.
Yes, thank you, Lauren, for joining us.
Thank you
Wanna
for
plug
having
anything?
me. Yeah, please follow at the SIG Club on Instagram. I'm announcing a really cool show. Actually, by the time this is up, it'll be announced. So buy tickets to one of the cigarette clubs that's going to be in October and November. And I got a bunch of dates coming up. You can follow me at Lauren Des Leroux, LaurendesLeroux. Rewind it if that was too fast. Thanks for having me.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time. Sign up for the Patreon. We got Lauren coming back for the Patreon.
Ooh.